Ladies and gentlemen, I think I kena Jialat. Really Jialat. I look at the news, I know I'm gonna kena Jialat. Like this is going to be very painful for me. Let's watch on, shall we? Well, the reason why I'm Jialat because I'm in car trouble right now. When I look at the frightening COE prices, I tell myself the situation is really, really, really our end. So I don't know how many of you are in my situation, but I'm in deep trouble with my car because of COE. So the COE prices now is insane. Okay. Yeah, it's completely insane. Yeah, at this level, it's completely insane. And it's getting insaner by the month. The COE just broke record prices at $128,000 for category A, and category B is right now 141,000. And this is like some insane level, and your car is only worth 10 years. So it's like every every year is a 10 over $1,000 of depreciation, right? It's just ridiculous. Why this situation is happening right now is because the electric vehicle incentives is ending to by a large quantum in end of this year. So everybody is rushing in right now. And I also can see that a lot of the China EV cars are rushing in to push hard to everybody to quickly buy right now. So as a result, the demand explodes. And then I think with the limited amount of supply of COE, this is just going to send the prices skyrocketing, and it is skyrocketing right now. This is a perfect storm because the market is now overheating, and we see people sitting at the fence like me jumping in before the incentive vanishes, and car sellers are also throwing huge promotion to capitalize on this fear of missing out. And as a result, we see all these constraints right now driving prices higher and higher. Well, my car is coming to an end in January and I have to buy a car. For some people, they might be able to live without a car, but I cannot live without a car because of my frequent travel to Malaysia. And I coincided this need to buy a car with what I call the bull run of everything. It's not just COE that's rising, everything in Singapore and in fact the world is skyrocketing. And I'll talk about that hopefully in the live stream tonight. Now, just to be very clear, everything is rising. HDB flats are rising, condos are rising, bitcoins are rising, stock markets are rising. Everything is rising. So car prices naturally will go up as well. And I think the truth of matter is that cars is it's a luxury and also a necessity for some people, but it is a means of transport for people, so it's a cost of living. So I won't call some people like to buy atas cars and things like that. I actually just use a Honda. I'm quite willing to even go to a Korean car if necessary or China car, but it is just getting insane. Unlike property prices, cars is the most expensive uh, and depreciating asset in Singapore. Now, if you buy a house, yes, it costs a few $1,000,000, but the value kind of maintain, right? Can even go up. But the car, the minute you buy it, drive it out of the showroom, bah, the value just go down. So in some sense, to me, car is nothing more than a lousy depreciating asset. I don't understand why people love to buy big, expensive cars. I can't bring myself to buy it now. Some people say, Mr. Lu, you're so rich, you can afford a car and things like that. That's not the point. It's not worth the money, okay? It's the same feeling I told you guys, right? If I ask you to buy a very nice Hokkien mee or chicken rice at $100, would you go and buy? You won't, right? So therefore, it is the same feeling that I have right now. This thing is like a Hokkien mee that costs $100. It's just ridiculous. So I'm watching right now the COE prices going out of control, and the deadline is coming. Now it's January 2026, and I just being priced out of the market. I have to buy a car. I just discovered that rental of a car is possible. I can get rental car at $1,005 or $1,008 a month. It's not something I like to do, but it's something that I probably have to do while waiting for the January, February effect to come in when all the demand wanes off. Well, it's just absurd to see that, car prices have gone up so high, and our public transport ain't the best, especially when it comes to reliability or MRT. Grab prices can be really expensive. So to me, it's just a means of transport, and the means of transport ain't that easy to bear with. You can see a hopelessness and helplessness in this thing. Okay, don't know why it go up so high. Blame government, blame God, blame foreigners, blame people, blame myself, blame my cat, blame my dog. Everybody likes to throw the blame at everything, right? But the seriousness is that car prices are just too high. So I think cars to many people is more than public transport. I'm the exception one. Cars is not just transportation. To many people, it's a status symbol. That's why you see big cars, Mercedes, BMW, Tesla, and so on, all are being snapped up like hotcakes. And many people just don't want to be left behind. And I think there's also some asset bubbles right now. They are rising across other assets. They are fueling the car prices up as well because people feel richer right now. So the key question I have while looking at this car situation is this rational demand, real fundamental demand, or just collective madness chasing after some nonsense? And I want to talk about this more in detail in the live stream. So what's my plan right now? Well, I'm not going to join this madness, but it might backfire on me. I recognize that. Hopefully, after January, deadline, the COE prices will cool off. And if it doesn't, then God help me. I don't know what will happen to me if it doesn't. But meanwhile, I have other options of just leasing, and everybody just look and laugh at Mr. Du. I understand. Yeah, there are sometimes you win some, you lose some. Hopefully the areas that you win outweighs the areas that you lose. So I don't know how many of you are feeling as helpless as I am looking at the car prices going up. Anyway, let me hear your comments. I just them TL, them sian. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you on live stream tonight. Sorry, guys. I know for the last 1 week, I've done very few live streams. That's largely because I'm spending a lot of time in Europe chasing some sales numbers for Premium Mall. But now I got a bit of time. So tonight, we'll be talking about a very interesting topic. And the topic is called the bull run of everything or a bubble of everything. I know a lot of people has been asking me, Mr. Lu, right now the whole stock market is rising, the gold is rising, Bitcoin is rising, property is rising, CO is rising, GDP is rising, prices are rising, everything is rising. Is it normal? Is that something that we should be concerned about? I think it is something worth being very concerned about, and I think it's important for us to analyze the reason why and put some thoughts into how this thing will form and now is going, and is there going to be a bubble that will ultimately burst in a big way. I'll try to catch everybody in a live stream tonight, so do join us. My guess is that if my time reads well, I should be able to do a live stream around 10 plus PM. So make sure you hit the notification, and I'll see you there. Bye bye.